Good evening. This is CTV News for Tuesday, October 6th. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Byron Scott. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, it is official. Chris Van Hollen is a candidate for the U.S. Senate. This was the scene at the Board of Elections in Annapolis as he signed as John Hancock to the necessary paperwork. Earlier, the Democrat who was running to fill the seat of retiring Senator Barbara Mikulski was surrounded by supporters and volunteers for a mini pep rally.
This campaign is about making sure that people throughout the state and throughout the country have a chance to achieve their dreams, the American dreams. And people are working very hard in this country. We want to make sure that they're able to put together a decent wage for decent pay for their family, make sure they have a secure retirement, and make sure we deal with all the issues, whether it's climate change, whether it's the scourge of gun violence, and whether it's the issue of restoring democracy to people like we have gathered here today.
That's right.
As opposed to a government that is run by big money special interests that tend to get their way.
Van Hollen faces several other candidates in the April primary, including Congresswoman Donna Edwards.
Governor Larry Hogan is increasing in popularity among state residents, according to a new Goucher College poll. The survey of 636 Maryland residents found that 54% had a favorable opinion of Hogan, a 21% increase since the college conducted its poll in February. His highest approval ratings come from his handling of job creation, economic growth, and cutting taxes. The governor's numbers dip when it comes to environmental issues and criminal justice.
And the new presidential poll shows Hillary Clinton ahead of Martin O'Malley in double digits in his home state. Now, the study conducted by Goucher College shows that only 2% of Maryland Democrats who took part said they would vote for the former two-term governor, while 43% said they'd back Clinton. O'Malley, who officially kicked off his campaign in late May, has been having difficulties gaining popularity nationwide. Vice President Joe Biden is the runner-up in the Maryland poll, gaining 23% of voters' approval, while 17% would endorse Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont.
Prince George's police are searching for a suspect wanted in connection with a fatal shooting inside a Forestville gas station. The incident happened about 7:15 last night in the 3300 block of Walters Lane near Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, investigators say a man walked inside the BP station convenience store and shot 22-year-old Christopher Ely of Forestville and then fled the scene. Detectives say the incident may have been drug-related and that the victim was targeted. There's now a $25,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest.
And one down, one to go. Prince George's police say they've arrested a man in connection with a homicide last month in Temple Hills. He's identified as 27-year-old David Neal of Oxon Hill. Neal faces murder and weapons charges. This is the other suspect police are still looking for. He is 26-year-old Jamal Davis of Clinton. Investigators say the two shot and killed a 26-year-old woman and injured a second victim. It happened September 17th at an apartment complex in Temple Hills on the 4700 block of 23rd Parkway. If you have any information about this incident, call Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS. And Maryland Attorney General Brian Frosh is calling on neighboring states to enact stricter handgun purchasing laws like ones adopted here in Maryland 2 years ago. An op-ed piece in the Baltimore Sun indicates Frosh believes the law makes it harder for criminals to buy guns, but adds it would be more effective if other jurisdictions didn't make it so easy to buy firearms. According to Frosh pointed to a Johns Hopkins study which showed that tougher gun laws can result in lower homicide rates. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Patricia Vallone.